Alrighty, welcome back to some more Petrochenica. Um, well, last time we were doing some talks with the Kaiser. Then I'm gonna be showing I'm gonna be saying these focuses going on. Get the thing expanded, the power flowing, the people going. Yeah, that's it before. We'll probably doing some of the other paths over here, like burn thing and Francis Aman with the Cerulean. That kind of stuff. Probably will do that at some point in the future. Probably once this mod gets like a big old update and things start getting expanded and shit. I have to say something real quick. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna start talking with the Kaiser then, and deal with the brown resistance. Probably some of the other stuff over here. I got some stuff over here. You have to match. Get some cavalries over in there. Actually, that's probably gonna be better. First cavalry brigade. That would be helpful. And not pinks, they goddamn. They just been lit with that. I don't know why. Not really wanna I'm sure what the hell has been going on today. Today seems to be the day where everybody has an announcement to make. At some point in the future. Now they might leave because they're being sabotaged. Because we are gonna make life better. Or hopefully better. That Germany fish on sea. But the powers that be. And let's see, get better MREs. Yeah, we're building up a surplus. Hopefully. Theoretically. But we do got a lot of things going, but I'll try to Brazil. Look at that, fascinating. There was a group of Brazilian explorers which got a previously unknown tribe. They were deep in the Amazon. Tribe communicates. Tribe communicates that they had discovered. Had first discovered. Mars decided to find Brazilian merchant vessels right in the Amazon. They carrying rubber. They just tried to discover your records with a metallic being inside. Shaped like a young woman. The thing was scraping the wall. The key trapped in days reported that went on rampage. She was released and murdered 50 inflated force. Bill has cemented no such thing as fascinating about each explanation. I wonder if that's a reference to little series. I think Monument Mythos. Something like that. Reminds me of that one, anyway. Yeah. If I'm American for the Pax Britannica is gonna get an America update first. This is the first thing that's gonna be coming out over here, so probably once that comes out, I'll do something over there, maybe check things out, or maybe do the Cerulean thing with our man. Let's see. Let's break the Fire Corps. Fire Corps presents themselves as a warring nation sworn to defend Germany from the Jacobins, French spies, and all affairs of traitors and terrorists. In reality, the Fire Corps are terrorists themselves. The civilized nations who do not know carry weapons on the streets and machine gunning groups. People that don't like their political views. The Fire Corps will be banned this on anyone who attempts to recreate the organization which a long-term imprisonment for treason and sedation. Like I said, Yeah, I wonder if the stressful reality of the governing nation half divided, Elizabeth would have already been in bed. Dahlmann had kept the Kaiser rest occupied for some time now with its passionate discussion of socialist thought and how the Queen could best implement the ideological principles in Germany. Queen, while almost half asleep, had taken a keen interest in Thomas' points, nodding her head balls in a sincere agreement with the statement, and simply wishing to postpone the rest of the discussion until she had a good night's rest. Without I continued the conversation, well until night, eventually Elizabeth intervened. Dahlmann, can we not continue this conversation tomorrow after supper? For free United Europe. Dude. The freest of United Europe. I'm going to put a prescription here for a wee bit. For a remote. Gotta get as many civilian factories as we can over here. And the thing's going, the power flowing, the people moving. Yeah, we got Goebbels and Dahlmann together in a socialist fashion. That's fascinating to me. Okay, student protest in Munster. Munster claims at the title of the biggest university city in Germany. The best student of all subjects from Germany. Sorry, something like that. All Germany is a city of events that might become valued member of our society. So what could they be angry about? What could they be angry about? The economic stagnation of the underperformance of the last year hit all sectors that include education. The university have lost their glamour over the last year's deeply needed revelation of being put on hold. New advanced technology reached the lectures far too late. Too many teachers have been carelessly fired. For a student, months of their restriction that reached a boiling point, now they allow them to stop their study and protest in the streets about the state of education in Germany. Are opponents to be respected because the German education standards are some of the highest in the world. Defeat in Germany. In Germany. Probably will do some of these stuff once we get the reactionaries in power and let us play through. As for this time, this is set records. We table the city of America, where in America, named Elisabeth. Pax Americana, and autonomy of America, declared independence from the United Kingdom. Thus, America leads the creation of a Jacobin Britain, America, and then formed alliance with France and Spain called the Atlantic Coalition. Meanwhile, the British Republic goes closer to Russia and Germany, which follows a similar Jacobin government to form their own alliance. Both comments began the Great War. Quick note the absurd problems like Tesla and SNGs never occurred in America, never ran Britain. So when did altered history become possible? I don't know. It's someday the sun sees a sign. See some sieve factories going.
Achtung! Angetreten!
See, do we have any trucks? We've got plenty of trucks pumping out, but I don't got the motorized equipment to do so. Now piece begins to crumble. The piece that is long. Long pieces. Yeah, revolutionary Arabia. Ooh, Jacobins. Yeah, Egypt, yeah. In Africa, I wonder actually how the African nations will do once the content. If they're interested in all that. This is redefined. The Pacific classical, this new genre of music put by German extraordinary Richard Strauss, captivated both British and German public, without all but satisfying electronic tools. Doesn't make this into Strauss' synthetic classical album Renaissance. One of the more traditional individuals has some dislike of this reimagined and redefined genre of music. Young audience simply can't get enough of it. Britain has already set records. Currently said the most album during this year. Cool beats, kid. Yeah, that's Germanic synth. Going over here, making Europe pop. Like 80 years before it actually happens. Yeah, that's fascinating. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the Federation. I forgot about this. Let's see. Sit down with you in a bit. Imagine the military. Oh, sorry, making involvements into the military. Where are we in terms of military stuff? Yeah, we're a Great War era. Definitely do something about that at some point. Stimulants in there. Let's see here. Let's get some support equipment actually. And get you there. Yeah, we get some of this stuff here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
That's there. Protest in Australia. Film and Revolution. See the Hartsfield Institute. I'm gonna bring out the Fire Corps, and then we're gonna do a program National Recovery. I love the sound of this. Not too loud, I think so. Let's turn it down a wee bit. That sounds loud to me. I don't know if that sounds loud to you. It's kind of, I don't know, volume for this kind of all over the place sometimes. Anyway, the Hirschfeld Institute, the political and social upheaval of the interwar years, produced a vibrant community of theorists in Germany. Take a note: the Magnus Hitler, the lead figure of sexual studies, born in Kolberg, Brandenburg, Prussia. Hirschfeld spent the interwar years pioneering the research of alternative sexuality. Alternative most notable work in recent years has been the advocacy of a concept of spectrum sexuality. Benefit argues for the idea of genuine sexual preference as a fluid concept and independent of one another. Going against the traditional sexuality study on the subject, in addition to this, Hirschfeld has been a prominent advocate of homosexual rights throughout Germany. Other than Buddy Hitler and several minor politicians, up until recently, the Hirschfeld Institute of Sexual Studies has been founded by private investors, however. Now Hirschfeld decided to approach in Germany going to seek support. Yes. In the state social initiative. Let's do it. A fascinating initiative. But we are state socialists. You're gonna get that socialist one over here. We get the bun doing buns. Yeah, cool to company. Probably reached some of these actually before doing it anyway. The Federation. United Kingdom of Germany is a federation of German states within which many former Austrian and kingdoms maintain autonomy under the local rulers. But once this decentralized and transformed Germany to a center of political thought and culture, now autonomy has become a crutch for the German state. The ongoing economic depression is reuniting national and many a strong German state, some of whom have been acting alone. In order to pass meaningful reforms and maintain stability, unrest in major kingdom must be kept below 50% in order to pass centralization reforms. These reforms have been further unrest, and these are not stabilize one aspect of German society. Indeed. Yeah, unrest isn't all that bad. Another thing really bad over here is in Prague. Let's negotiate with the Czech Legion. Look at that. From the Kota Camp. Germany's post-war political system can be best described chaotic. Some of them are mockingly called politics by assassination. To the left and right-wing political killings of the last wars, and while this is an issue that will resolve over time, we must deal with our own to a faction of it to be prepared for an inevitable French attack. Even the complete reduce the level of bond, complete each mission root national mentality. Yeah. Let's negotiate with the Czech Legion and target the Fire Corps and the Berlin Fire Corps. Manchu Heartland for when he's on curtain. So I got the Indian Provisional Authority of Manchuria. Very enterprise fears about tax raises. The new law, which the past few years is going to be has various effects on the population. Most importantly, it raises all taxes by 50%. Very depriving the local population of fears with this change. It might be reverted immediately. Many of the president and some private citizens have even stated that they won't be paying tax unless the change is undone. Others also consider redoing this. The local government has said this change has been done because of changing political and industrial landscape in Germany and Europe. This Bavaria shouldn't lag behind show industrialized. They have also stated that if a large group of people don't pay their taxes, they will all be arrested. But they have also stated that not paying and arrest will be pushed straight to Bavarian finances. The local government is still unsure about this, and I'm waiting for a good call to put this in stone. Would help. We don't have time to do those. They want to influence on special something. Sustain needs your crowns. Trying to deal with this. National recovery economy. The economic situation in Germany leaves much to be desired, to say the least. Unemployment by the same estimate over 10%. Inflation is rampant. Bankrupt businesses shuttered their doors. So the light was suddenly to cry and great cause of what must be done. We know that the German people need immediate relief before the economy gets worse. Some total over 2 billion kroner. Probably kroner. God. We expand the economic emergency handout, bailing out failing basic businesses and increasing the size and scope of our budding welfare system. In addition, our extensive public works program will be able to create by works of unemployed masses and improve situation infrastructure, power generation, and institutes. Yeah. But if I go part and negotiate with the Czech Legion. Let's see. Reichsheer troops descended upon Berlin to force and capture and kill the Berlin Flag Corps. Great War veterans and he's responsible for attacking local trade unions and laughing demonstrations. Our void was prevented gunfire from the last restrained members, but after a brief standoff, their leaders were convicted to stand down and come quietly. The Berlin Flag Corps think we're not too silent enough to try and test our patience. We would have Hess group of veterans and leader group often testify against other hierarchy and leader organizations if we understand. I don't actually know whether to testify or we shall make no deal with vigilantes. Welfare ministry. Negotiation with the Czech Legion. The regions, Czechia has become a region of rising unrest in the last decades. With rising nationalism in Europe, it seems the Czech people are more and more seeing themselves as a separate culture group than us Germans. Despite being part of the Holy Roman Empire for more than 600 years, the Czechs have never truly become Germans and now steaming to begin the path of separatism. Czech language is spoken more in school during administration have been replaced by young, competent Czechs and so on. The biggest problem, however, is the Czech Legion. Czech Legion is the criminal of the five core groups in the German cities. These have been key difference in the fight against German influence in Czechia. Hazmat German citizens organized strikes against German factories, even terrorism, however. They are not terrorism groups truthfully and were able to inspire Czech nationalism in the region due to the negligence of the whole government. Despite army commanders and the majority of politicians advocating for a violent purge of this group, the Thalman wants to avoid spilling more blood in Germany, fears it could lead to more radical terrorism. The government has arranged a meeting with the most prominent leaders in the Czech Legion, led by Josef Nezdejk. He seems to be aware that rebelling against Germany will likely not be successful and rather demands more autonomy to Czech inside the United Kingdom. However, demands have been hard to settle and severely restrict German citizenship over the region and reduce German businesses. See here. We can't make them autonomous, but kind of keep it. For guys, they just have the Germans. This leads to unrest. Fine. Can't really see that big of a political power here anyway. So genetic normalized, huh? See, Curie dies in 1866. Cardozo will not be forgotten. That's Marie Curie. Spain joins the pack. Here's best be worried. This pack with one sheep. Right across America. America is divided. Right, so all of them. Step in this Russian bear. The bear. Before he was under his own Nicholas. Got the dead march west. Wait, hold on. Sorry about that. Thought I was getting called. Turns out it was the weather report. What the dust is over here, so yeah. Yeah, march west. About the left, there's a hidden out over here. They're getting cut down. In the Americas. I wish you to see that. Yeah, wait just a wee bit more. Until we get some more reserves equipment in for this. International telescreening. Almost 3 years of the International Screen Research Commission in Bern. You're the first trade national telescreen broadcast across the need with the need for reading language and history. Watchers across Europe tune in to watch a previously recorded film in the 1920 Olympic Games in Calais. Watchers with a radiographic device could even tune the saucy frequency to enjoy the cast sound. One woman in the broadcast demonstrates the theoretical possibility of international telescreen broadcast without the need for bulky reading effort. Well, the food just got easier. Dude. Look at that. There's some economic stuff over here. With some public rates, of course, but let's do push for women's suffrage. Let's get that one done. The price of the economic government, many liberties enjoyed by the people, yet one terrible stain reaction remains on criticism. About half the population, women are barred from exercising the right to vote. Under proposed legislation, universal rights are being extended to include all female citizens under the same condition as their male counterparts. They will be the law-abiding citizen over the age of 25. Living in the world looking at all German equality, German women shall soon enjoy. Sorry. Now I get economic recovery. Collapse of the German economy in the immediate aftermath of the Great War brought economic depression on like anything seen and living in memory. Millions of unemployed, political radiation complex, and thought has lost most value. Dreams of recovery must pursue a cohesive plan to get the German people back to work and get the economy back on track. These decisions will contribute to the economic recovery. Once all the citizens become made, focus on the next stage. German culture movement expressed her outrage or sympathetic stand towards Poles. A period within the city by the German culture movement called the NKK, the National Conservative Kulturbewegung, or National Conservative Culture Movement. This community was set up by the Christian conservative in 1920 in the city of the county growing Polish sentiment in national living in the city. In 1920, this NKK began to take more shape. In the city, the Russian government announced support for the Polish claims. Because of the rising attention of the European colonists, the community eventually started around the streets, and the public stated their opposition to the growing activity of the Poles was seen in the city and the nation in the papers. The director says manager of the community and of the newspaper has been asked multiple times to take down the statement and apologizes in the name of both the newspaper and the name of the NKK, but it has yet to be done. The local politicians are not happy with the director, and the WDKG have issued statement in the national newspaper, after which the national government called up it. Discussion matter. Will not even send you poor German friendship. Or to apologize. Or some morons. Now German Polish friendship. About the second room boom. Get all those with the factories. Yeah, that's four factories that we can get over here. It's definitely gonna speed the process up and help with our help with the economy and the long depression. National Recovery Act. Get the fighters going. First squadron up and running. Let's try to get a fire squadron up and running. Improve land ships.
Angetreten.
Yes. Being short debut in Algiers, unless finds a way. And does. I think there's gonna be like a big old uprising in Algiers. I think in like about a year or so. So let's do this. Yeah, just enough to get industry at least popping off. At least trying to get the industry popped up. But where is the unrest? Düsseldorf politics manager one factories. In Düsseldorf, a group of worker politicians assist in protesting against the construction of new arms factory in the industrial sector of the city. They say they oppose the bully arms factory. They can barely see the sky above it and only answer the final isolation of the radio. Opposed to bully on the night constructivity. He's also a local politician. The Canada Liberal Party was bad side about stopping the building new factory in the city of the districts. All this role, the politician government being ineffective in handling the situation, which now addressed the national government making switch him. The construction. Oh, we're on the path of war. We can delay the construction. Get that PP back in the way. Let's do equality among the German states. Since the foundation I came from Germany, Austria, and the Catholic sister states in the Upper Germany have dominated the German Federation. Because this development has been largely focused on Austria and their periphery. While Northern region Germany have been left to dust, some SLAs from Brandenburg and Lower Saxony have proposed a new amendment to the Constitution to give all Germans an equal representation like that. Hopefully allowing for the development of stronger and more equal Germany. What's fair by this hours? That's no. The petition is challenged everywhere around the globe. New tech and ideas involved. The Brits have welcomed this competition with open arms to feel upon the world of us together. Battle warfare before evolution. Here we get in all of these. Fascinating. Fascination. Now, once we get our logistics network up and running, then, only then, shall we start to get things rolling. Get better resource efficiency. Yeah, we get some infantry stuff over here. Let's see over here. I'm gonna end the episode soon, actually. But I'm gonna be seeing when I get over here. Yeah, we can get this. Let's get that going. Get some of this stuff another time. Yeah. You'll see in a wee bit. Near the episode off here. It's about time. So yeah. Getting a bit done over here. Getting a bit of a rough patch where we are, you know, trying to build up our power. The thing. Getting the stability up and running. Look at that. Very nice. So next time we're going to be continuing on this and we shall see how things shall be. So until then, bye.